Good morning, Internet, and welcome to the second and currently last part of the milk series. Milk outside of a bag of milk outside of a bag of milk. I don't know completely what to process after that intro. However, it seems that she's got some form of OCD as well as social anxiety, but I think that's kind of common these days. Anyway, let's get into it. I'm walking to my room, trying not to look around. Playful shadows dance around me here and there. They dash all over the walls and the ceiling. One of those shadows whizzes past me, touching my face ever so slightly. I smile and continue walking, paying it no mind. Sometimes it's so easy to lose self-control and track of time, spinning in a joyful dance. But I'm a bit in a hurry here. Mom told me to go to bed. I walk past the kitchen. On the way to my room, the door is shut, but I can still feel the chilling air coming from the other side. My first thought is that a living corpse is blowing into the keyhole, laughing mockingly. That's so silly. I'm absolutely sure we have no corpses in our kitchen. I know for sure that we've never had any corpses in our kitchen. I'm absolutely sure that I break into a run, dash towards the closed door, and shadows intensify their chaotic dance. Are they trying to stop me or calm me down? I don't know, it doesn't matter right now. Don't you get it? I wave my hands around and run as I run, trying to chase away the annoying pursuers, and then suddenly I realize that I won't be able to stop in time. I've got no other choice but to break the door now. If there's somebody inside, I'll surely scare them to death, but wait, how can I scare to death someone who's already dead? What if it actually revives them? No. I don't want that. What do I do? Couldn't fully complete my thought when my shoulder hit the door. It flew open. As I expected, there was no living corpse inside. But there was a bag of milk I bought today, sitting right there in the middle of the table, watching me with its unblinking eyes. I stare back, nothing happens. Although, what exactly did I expect? Gratitude? Have I done something that warranted it? A bag of milk probably doesn't care whether it's on the shelf in a store or on the table in my mom's kitchen. On the other hand, nobody would drink milk inside of the store, which means I took it from the safest place in the world and into a scary unknown. I'm so sorry, you poor thing. Feeling for your milk? I mean, she's very, intelligent, if anything. I turn away in shame and leave the room in a hurry. I only bring the others trouble. I walk toward my room through a narrow corridor. What the fuck? Hi. I meet a familiar, formless creature at the door. It locks me in its clutchless and starts sniffing every inch of my body like a hungry dog. I'm not struggling. It knows it's useless. I know it's useless. I just stay silent and endure its tight grip that stops me from moving. After sniffing me from head to toe, the creature holds out its ugly paws, bearing a single claw, thin and sharp like a blade. Again? I stare questioningly into the monster's bottomless eye sockets. don't move. The creature squeezes my hand until every vein starts bulging. I keep staring into the black cavities where its eyes should be, ignoring all the pain. I've promised so many times, stay put. The moment it says that, the claw pierces my arm. I don't feel anything other than barely discernible crawling under my skin, and the ring of tightly sprung sinews. But then, the claw injects its venom into me. It hurts. A white veil appears in front of my eyes. My fingers cramp and start twitching frantically. I lose control over my body, slowly slide to the floor, just like the last time, but... Why? Why do I feel so hot? I feel my blood boiling up. Strong shivers run through my body, paralyzing every single cell, while my veins and arteries heat up, almost burning from the pressure. Or almost bursting from the pressure. I try screaming, but instead of producing words, I vomit thick, milky foam. The creature notices and throws itself at me in anger, grabbing me by the throat while keeping the poisonous claw inside my arm. Kill me, kill me. Hysterical screams resound through the corridor. In a fit of madness, the creature starts scratching my neck. Bright splashes fly everywhere, hitting the walls with a loud sound. I try to imprint where every drop fell in my memory so I could gather them all later. I need to remember. A new wave of pain washes over me. Everything turns pitch black in an instant. Say it. I'll never drink milk ever again. Say it. I never drink milk ever again. Say it. Again. I'll never drink milk ever again. I'll never drink milk ever again. Why? Ooh. Interesting. I finally get to my room. I'm so tired of all this fuss. Thankfully, I still feel comfy and warm in my room. Even the weird sounds coming from the outside don't make me anxious at all. Mom told me to go to bed, so I perform all the needed preparations. I've washed my face, and now I'm standing in front of the mirror with a toothbrush in my mouth. I look at my reflection. It shows absolutely no desire to sleep. Yeah, I know how you feel. And there was a time when the last minutes before I sleep were my favorite time of the day. I loved anticipating the inevitable moment when reality and the dream world would clash. I woke up for that moment's sake, lived through the day for it. My biggest dream was to sleep all day long. It would have been so cool, but the dreams always slowly but surely slip away. As if somebody fished them out of my head, one after another, until nothing was left, and now I have to sleep again, even though I don't feel any need for it. That's a lot of pills. After finishing with my face, I usually reach out for my pills. It's funny, but I have no idea how they work separately since I always swallow them as a bunch without thinking. Now I want to have a better look at it, to twirl it between my fingers and chew on it. I'd do anything to stall for just a little bit more time. A smooth, protruded red capsule is looking at me. It's covered in a murky, semi-transparent film, but I can still discern its contents. So what do we have inside you? I gently press on the capsule from both sides, and to my surprise, it turns out to be soft and squishy. I press harder, the capsule pops. Sticky, bright red liquid pours out of it. Filthy, filthy. The pill flies straight to the waste bin, and I start rigorously washing my hands. No, there's no way I'm drinking that. Next was a fat pill, the same blood red color. There were some letters printed on the outside of it. Oh, I get it. This is the medicine that makes me really sleepy, but it's not the type of sleep I want. That's not it at all. It's fake. No, no, no. I don't even want to look at it. The pill flies into the waste bin as well. Next half hour goes by, similar fashion. I study every pill from all sides and then find a reason not to swallow it. I invented my own medication instead and enjoy swallowing them one after another, letting myself drown their healing effects. Hey, my neck doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my hand doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my head doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my heart doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my stomach doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my eyes don't hurt anymore. How come I didn't think of this earlier? This is so simple. I just need to brag about it to someone right away. But not to my mom. She'll just scold me. And she's sure I'm already sleeping anyway. I don't want to disturb her without a reason. I'll think of something myself. Besides, I just really want some small talk. I wonder who's going to be my conversation partner. Do you have a stuffed animal? Hey. Hey, long time no see. It hasn't even been an hour. You know we're only supposed to meet once per day, right? Why does your voice sound so grim? Naturally, I've read the manual. Judging by the pictures and the overdose side effects are the usual headaches, dizziness, exhaustion. Basically nothing I can't handle by myself. After all, I know how to do it. You didn't reply. Are you even a little bit happy? Not even the slightest bit? I'm pretty exhausted after today. Well, I guess you are too. That's not true. You need to go to bed. No, you've been in control for way too long already. It's my turn right now, alright? I'll just stay silent until the medicine's effect wear off this time. Hey, you can't do that. You need to do your best to make me feel better. That's exactly what I'm doing. What a bully. Actually, why am I even worried about this? In reality, I don't need you. I don't need you at all. I'm so energetic and I feel great, which means I can do anything. And you can only watch and agonize over your uselessness. I can only imagine how angry you are right now. What made you so happy all of a sudden? And why would I be sad? Remember yourself a couple hours ago? I don't know what you mean. Stop lying, stop lying, stop lying. Nuh-uh. I still don't understand. Whatever, unlike you, I won't forget that pathetic, snotty girl for a long time. She just whines and whines all the time. Don't even try ruining my mood. Just want to have fun while we're together, alright? So you're the one calling the shots now? Yeah. Let's see how long you can last. We'll see, yeah? Am I really that pathetic? Say something. I can feel tears streaming down my cheeks. Hanging from my chin and then falling to my clothes, burning holes in them. That was fast, but not unexpected. Hey, at least I tried. Go wash your face, then we'll decide what to do with you. I'm in front of the mirror again. I keep staring at my reflection, trying not to get distracted by the sneery looks in the walls are giving me, trying not to drown in their giggling. But then me in the mirror also shows me a creepy smile, bares her teeth at me. I shut my eyes, but that doesn't help. It wouldn't have helped even if I sunk through the floor. I start counting in my mind. 2 squared 2 by 2 squared 2. A squared squared, a square pyramid, squared, a pyramidal structure cubed, a pyramidal structure hypercubed. I feel better, but my head is splitting apart now. It's not your... I'm sorry for being rude. It's not your fault. It's never your fault. Fine, you can keep on blaming yourself, but don't overdo it. I don't know why, but I thought I'd be able to take control. I was almost ready to. I was sure I'd be able to change something. After all, I was able to buy milk, you know. Yeah, you ought to know how challenging it was. Is that why you threw away the medication? What a stupid decision, right? Whatever it was your decision. Does it even matter? And what do you think? I can't be sure about anything, and you don't take me seriously anyway. Then why did you do that? I felt like I'd be able to fight it on my own. It's true, the pain subsided for a bit at that time, but now I feel it triple in force. It hurts so bad. Drink your medicine, I'll stop talking to you, you know what to do. Dejected, I reach out for the shelf with my medicine and I swallow the pills one after another, chasing away the unpleasant vision that keeps floating up in my memory. And yet my mind still draws a terrifying picture. Lumps of coagulated blood and transparent coating travel down my esophagus, scratching its soft walls, leaving behind furrows. I shake my head violently. I don't care if it makes me feel dizzy or worsens my pain. I just don't want to think about something so repulsive. You still haven't changed. What do you mean? You're afraid of being alone. This worries you much more than the pain. Yeah, I guess. I toss the last pill into the air and catch it with my mouth. I lie on the floor and look at the ceiling. I can clearly hear water running in the metal pipes up there. I hear the cracking of the concrete blocks that will someday surely fall on my head. But I'm not afraid of it at all. I can imagine my death coming from above. Rather, it's rearing its claws from somewhere below, waiting for me to lose focus. Do you want to talk about it? No, I've had enough talking. Sure about that? What do you want then? I just want to lie on the floor for a bit. Sure about that? I don't think that's what you want. Even if the ceiling was bound to collapse, it won't be today. Can you stay silent, please? I need to get my thoughts in order. I carefully extract thoughts that are yet to be fully formed in my head and lay them out on the ceiling in orderly rows. Now it's my corkboard. In hopes of seeing the whole picture, I switch them from one place to another, pile them on top of each other, scatter them around, and in the end, throw them off with my hand, annoyed as I start over. I can't do it. You can always imagine your thoughts as something small and swarming, like cockroaches. Ew, I hate cockroaches. Can I make them fireflies? I don't mind either way. I don't even have time to blink before my thoughts, they're fireflies now, start whirling all over the ceiling on their own accord, forming whimsical patterns. I can only observe them and wait for the right moment. It's just that moment doesn't come. The mocking sound of flapping wings come from the ceiling, making me start losing my patience. Enough, I hate you. I spring to my feet and scream at the top of my lungs. The fireflies scatter. Good job. Now start over. No way. Unstable behavior makes you look bad. I don't give a damn. So that doesn't bother you? Should it? I mean... no? A lot of people act like this. Really? There's nothing shameful about snapping at someone, if you have a reason for that. You did have a reason, didn't you? You'll surely get better, believe me. Now, start over. You're at it again. What do you mean? Never mind. I've changed my mind anyway. Please don't stay silent for this long anymore. I'm having a hard time without your help. Fine. Raise my eyes to look towards the ceiling once more. Sadly, all my fireflies seem to be hiding somewhere. I need to find them. Glance around the room. There are too many places for a creature as small as a firefly to hide there. They can be anywhere. Suddenly I hear a deafening rumble. The clock just hit midnight. It's so late already, but I can't go to bed right now. Will you help me? Please tell me you'll help me. Come on, stop bullying me. You promised to talk to me. What were you thinking while lying on the floor? What do you mean? You should know it better than me, better than anyone else. That's the thing. I have no idea. This is weird. Will you tell me? Well, I'm starting to see your thoughts, and they're not good ones. I roll my sleeves and start rubbing my eyes intensely. They're so itchy. Why are you crying? My eyes are itchy. Did you drink milk? I wonder if I tear out all my eyelashes one after another, will my eyes stop itching? I wonder if I tear out all my eyelashes one after another, if I tear out all my eyelashes one after another, what have you done? I need to gather the glass, and then I need to have a bath, and then... Here, drink some milk. I stand in the middle of my room, mouth agape, gasping for air. I think I just experienced death. I don't know why. I don't know any other way to explain what happened. Well, that was surely something. Will you tell me or not? About what? Let's look for the fireflies instead. You're acting weird. Help me instead of running your mouth. I've already had enough adventures before bed. I need to gather my thoughts quickly and go to bed. And my thoughts are hiding from me. To be honest, I have no idea where to look for them. Me neither. I guess we'll have to tear up the whole place apart. No, 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 and no. If I make even the smallest of messes here, I'll feel really bad. All the things should stay in their places and that's it. Why? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. I don't, and I won't. Alright then. So we need to find a bunch of tiny insects inside of a mountain of junk without moving anything, even an inch? Yeah. My oh my. I have an idea. Last time, becoming a visual novel character helped me achieve my goal. Now I want to become a point-and-click adventure game character. You know those games have moments when you just look at different objects and something inevitably happens. Sounds so fun. And what about the things you use on a regular... What about the things you use regularly? Do you refuse to touch them as well? It would make even more sense. It would make it even more interesting. This is so childish. And want to know the best part? You'll be the one doing it. Oh no. Oh yes. I start panicking as soon as I get in a multiple choice situation. I'll just keep changing my mind and end up crying and running away. Do you want that to happen? You're such a handful. You've already proven you're able to make decisions. Why not continue on that road? Come on, don't be so boring. I was just teasing you. You don't have to bear the whole burden. Asking for help is reasonable in decision too. Let's begin already. I go to the middle of the room, look around. Where would I hide if I were a tiny firefly? It's so thrilling. My heart gets warmer from the pleasant anticipation. Hey. What? Look down. I look down. After a moment, a small ball of light and warmth crawls out from under my sweater. Wowie. There's smoke coming from your clothes. Nope. Not going to charge that memory, because then she'll catch on fire, I'm pretty sure. That looks more like a mosquito. I carefully grab the firefly. It's pleasantly scorching to the touch. I put it on my shoulder. Sorry, little guy. Time to come home now. As if it was an order, the firefly slowly drifts up, circles around my head for a bit, and then flies into my ear with the speed of a bullet. Tickles. One down, let's look for the others. Yeah. Is this where I point and click? Is it point and click time? Yep, it's point and click time. What are those? Ah, those. Those are photos of my best memories. But they're blank. I stared at them so intensely that I burned them with my eyes. Now they're just covering the cracks in the walls. Cracks? Forget it. Are we continuing the search or what? Okay, we are. Let's see... Cabinet. I tilt my head backwards and almost fall over. The closet is hanging under the ceiling, at least 300 feet off the floor. Are you joking? Even though it's in my room, everything here is for me to use. Whatever. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care at all. Like, totally, and I'm definitely not worried. Not even the littlest bit. Not even a smidgen of the littlest bit. Not even for 1,000%. That's how much I don't care. Hey, I'm not even done telling you how much I don't care. From this moment on, I'm ignoring you. Oh, no, you don't. Then act normal. Let's go for the plants, then. Right. Insects enjoy pollinating flowers and stuff like that. Yeah, I guess. I get close to the flower shelf and I sniff around. The leaves smell of dust and cardboard and death. You know those plants are long dead, right? I'm not sure a dead plant will be able to attract any insects. But we kind of don't have a choice here, you know. Still, you're right. Let's continue searching. Why don't you just throw them out? Weren't you listening to me at all? Alright then. Too sentimental. On plant. Okay, I'm assuming all of her thoughts are going to be related to things that she... What? I guess I can't do anything with those. Related to things that she deals with on a regular basis. Put it that way. I look at the mound of pills and it makes me feel dizzy. I don't want to think about it. I don't. What's wrong? I've almost skipped my dose for today. How reckless. I could have died. Calm down, you already fixed that. Yeah, because you ordered me to. Is that an accusation? Things could have been much worse. Yeah. I heave a deep sigh and come closer to extend my hand. Wow, it's warm. The moment those words leave my lips, one of the bottles overturns. The pills rain down from it, along with them. Firefly, hooray! After circling above my head a few times, finally lands on my palm. Firefly rushes up my arm. Upon reaching my shoulder, crawls straight into my ear. My mind becomes a bit clearer. Okay, so I'm right. It's things that she has to deal with on a regular basis where the fireflies are hiding. I turn my eyes towards the inconspicuous shelf near the mirror. The glass with a toothbrush sitting on it, and a small towel hanging nearby. What a wonderful sight. My fireflies are smart and good. They would never get in there. They know about the personal hygiene. Okay, let's look somewhere else then. Alright, that's something. The usual notebook pages glued to the wall with duct tape. Numbers are drawn on them. It's the only kind of information I can take in without trouble. Dosage and side effects? Yeah, I thought you knew them by heart. Yeah. This is not your handwriting, isn't it? Of course it's not. Shaky, broken lines, ugly numbers. It's not writing, it's more like claw marks. Don't forget to thank your mom. I don't need your advice. My scream makes the pages rustle restlessly. After a moment, Firefly appears from underneath one of them. After looking around in a businesslike manner, not manure, it takes off into the on a businesslike flight and ends up entering my businesslike ear. Hey. Let's continue searching. Let's see. Look at my laptop. I haven't touched it for years. It's covered with a layer of dust as thick as my finger. A bizarre item. I fear it. Why? It's a long and boring story. Wonderful. Tell me about it. I insist. I don't remember how it appeared in my room. One of my parents probably brought it here because they couldn't find a better place for it. They didn't prohibit me from using it. On the other hand, they encouraged me to do so. Sure, I spent whole days in front of the screen, games, drawing, engineering, calculator, 3D modeling. So much fun stuff to do. You had amusing hobbies. Yeah, I did before entering the web. Imagine this. You're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything for comfortable living. Did you imagine? As always, your analogies are spot on. Okay, I imagined. Alright, so you're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything for comfortable living, okay? Okay. Wonderful. And there's a situation, your hamster that lives... Okay, I got it. Do you want to talk about something else? Yeah. You'll end up returning to that subject anyway. On one wonderful day, someone digs you up from your hamster house and brings you up to the pet store. Now your new home is a cage. It's way more comfortable and warm compared to the underground. And the most important part, you have a lot of neighbors here. Their cages are identical to yours, and the other hamsters look identical to you, too, so that means you're all the same. Apart from the fact that they were born at the shop. You'll ask, what does that indicate? And I'll tell you, nothing at all. Forgot what I was talking about. Gosh. Okay, let's start over. This time, avoid the stupid hamster analogies. You know I'm not at fault here. So, I had a lot of friends online, tens of hundreds of them. Impossible to count. Is it impossible, though? I had exactly 317 of them. Although, I guess nobody counts the exact number of hamsters when they walk into a pet shop. Don't get distracted. Oh, alright. From my 317 friends, 68 were into gaming, just like me. 130 of them like drawing, just like me. The remaining 119 were into calculators and 3D modeling equally. And when I say equally, I don't mean 59 and a half friends on each side. Alright? You can split the numbers evenly, no problem, but math doesn't work like that. When it comes to friends, major conundrum, right? Get to the point. I knew, of course, that no real people exist on the web. I also understood that all of my friends die the moment I turn off my laptop. But I still wasn't even a bit worried. Why? Do you know what computer programs consist of? It's just a combination of numbers. Which means my friends are also numbers. Isn't that amusing? Not really. Why do you call them your friends? I mean, everyone who shares my interest is my friend, and I don't care whether they know about my existence or not. Anyway, as I'm saying, every program has its own algorithm for a purpose. It's a mathematical formula. And if you solve that formula, you'll be able to predict the program's behavior at any moment. The longer you speak, the less I follow. You don't need to follow around, just listen. I sit on the floor and my laptop screen ends up right in front of me. The only thing reflected in it is my dim face. A web person is just a random picture and a random string of letters, words, and actions from the web's person. The web person are just executable code. Hey, let me know if you need a break. One day someone appeared. From that point on, my laptop was always on. There was no real people on the web, but he was good at pretending. At some moment, I let him trick me. Hey, look! Huh? Suddenly a firefly slowly crawls out of the laptop's vent grill. I reach for it, gets on top of my palm, blinking at me all the while. I think he's trying to say something. I can see that myself, if I only knew what. Looks like a cipher. Don't you want to crack it? I changed my mind. I have absolutely no desire to find out what it wants to say. The firefly stops glowing for a moment after that. Then it starts glowing again, as if coming back to its senses. For some time, it thinks about further course of actions, then flies up and dashes into my ear. Let's continue searching. What about your story? You must be mad at me for interrupting you. I'm sorry. If you do everything right, I'll finish my story, maybe. Do you promise? Promise. And if you forget, then I'll remember with a code word. For example. What code word? I'll think of one later. For now, let's keep searching for my fireflies. Finish searching. You draw that rarely. Why? Isn't it obvious? I run out of pages. I'll have to buy a new sketchbook. I can't get to the stationery store on foot. I'll have to take the bus. Do you even realize what kind of nightmare that can turn into? Maybe you can ask your mom to buy you one? Buy what? Ask whom? Can you even form a coherent sentence? Don't play dumb. Ask your mom to buy you a notebook instead. Instead? So you want me to perform a string of actions, but you're also telling me to do one instead of another. Then how would I decide which action to take? You're so dyslexic. Man, you're a tough case. You lack empathy. Is that my fault? I get closer to the sketchbook, stepping over the wires and sleeping bag, and the cracks in the laminate, and the window's reflection. Sketchbook is lying on a stool. From my height, it seems though the stool is missing 2 legs. I squat down and look at it again. All legs are in place. Will I be able to think of an interesting allegory? Let's not go there, okay? I stand up and study the sketchbook from inches away. Its pages are pure white, and the last drawing is buried on the previous page. That the way it should be. Too bad. I'd love to see it. Maybe next time. A sudden gust of chilly wind breaks into the room and makes the pages rustle. Oh no. I shut my eyes. A distinctive sound of pages turning echoes with the headache in my head. I know what's going to happen. The rustling has stopped, even though the wind is still howling from every direction. It can only mean one thing. The notebook is open to the first page. If I wait a little longer, the wind will close it. And I won't have to look. If I wait a little longer, if I wait, open your eyes. No. It's okay, just do it. No way. I know you're lying. No, calm down. No. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Fine. I open my eyes with utmost caution. The notebook is still open in the middle. No drawings, nothing. The pages are still pure white. Did I imagine it? I don't know. Did you? You're the smart one here. You tell me. Next time, don't close your eyes. What did you... I couldn't finish speaking because the pages started moving again. Don't close your eyes. Don't make me do it. I'm scared. Trust me. The rustling grows louder. The pages lift up. I can almost see the outlines of my drawings in the previous pages. No way. Everything that is in the past should stay in the past. You couldn't convince me. That's it. I'm closing my eyes. Look there. A barely visible light seeps through the pages. With every new gust, it becomes brighter and brighter. Firefly. The wind immediately stops. For a moment, the world sinks into perfect silence, but only for a moment. The buzz that has always been haunting me fills the surroundings, but it doesn't matter how. It doesn't matter now. Goodness gracious, little boy, you made me so scared. The firefly blinks, flies up, and enters my ear, buzzing loudly all the way. I spend some time looking for the perfect spot in my head. Then the buzzing dies down. You okay? We're running short on time, so let's continue searching. I could finish searching, but there's so much information here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I didn't count that. So there's still 10 things to look through here. I don't really want to finish searching because I think if I finish searching everything, it might open up this. Screw it, let's keep going. I look up towards the very high place under my ceiling. I can hear the countless number of small legs marching inside the AC unit. Oh well, what happened? Fireflies can't be friends with cockroaches. We'd better look somewhere else. Why would cockroaches be in there? Have you forgotten? You were the one who told me to think of my thoughts as cockroaches. Yes, but they became fireflies afterwards, but cockroaches don't disappear just like that. So they occupied this place. Do you understand now? I'll pretend I do. Okay, so that's full of cockroaches. Good to know. It's not easy to get out of here. Okay, so that's what that was. Okay, that's just for music. That's also just for music. That's also just for music. And that is creepy as shit. Fan. What's so funny about that? I imagine myself being a firefly that's looking straight down at a giant fan. And? I'd be so jealous. The only thing preventing me from flying is the cage. It's locked in, and the cable. It's like an inanimate. Sorry. It's like an inmate, if you think about it. It's so sad. Yeah. Let's continue searching. Okay, so that was that. Oh, I missed this. Okay. I look down at my school bag, worn down, and silly is almost screaming of its own uselessness. From another angle, it looks like a full belly. Its contents are also regurgitating and decomposing and turning into a sticky, mushy substance. What a cool image. I need to remember this. Totally not cool. Senseless and cruel. You are there, but I don't care. Is it me you're laughing at? What? I'd never. After all, you're not my pet. I'm not going along with this nonsense anymore. Got it? Got it. Hey, it wasn't on purpose this time. Tell me, what's inside of your bag instead? Nothing special, mostly all sorts of books. I've taken out all the pens and notebooks out of there, and I'm not interested in anything else. You used to go to school, didn't you? Yeah, I did. Had a blast all the way. You sure you understood my question? Do you think everything in my life should be doom and gloom? Well, you're wrong. Alright, alright. What did you like most there? Well, the rooms were really bright, not like at home. That's it? Don't rush me, let me remember. Well, the beds were also soft, and the food was nice. By the way, I attended all the classes the others always skipped. They probably got told off so hard. I smiled gently and absorbed the warm memories. You never graduated, though. Yeah. Do you remember your last day there? It was a normal day. Dad picked me up earlier than usual. He told me that I'm already too old for the school curriculum. I also realized some time ago that the tasks were way too easy. Then we got into the car and went home. Mom greeted us there, we had dinner and went to our rooms. I guess that day has absolutely no special meaning for you. And what happened then? I don't remember, and does it even matter? Tell me about it again. Is your memory that bad? Please? Fine. That day, Dad picked me up from school earlier, explaining to me that I needed to grow up. It's not like I could completely grasp what he meant. Either way, I didn't resist. We got into the car and went home. Mom greeted us there, we had dinner together, and went to our separate rooms. Satisfied? Tell me it again. Dad dragged me out of school building while I was scratching and biting. The teachers didn't interfere. That scene was so ordinary for them. Who knows what the little brat has done? Then he pushed me into the car and we drove home in complete silence. Mom greeted us there. We had dinner together and went into our separate rooms. Please, let's not discuss this further. No, you're telling me again. Dad bought milk on our way home. Again. I hate milk so much. Mom was not home. Again. I hate Mom so much. What happened next? Suddenly I felt someone's eyes on my back. Knowing that these moments should never ever be ignored, I turn around. But there's nothing there. What happened next? Everything that happened next happened after something that led to everything that happened after what happened. I look at my bag again, light pouring out into the room. Through the window glints the metal parts, and there's also a shadow underneath it, which means it's real, sadly. Whatever, I don't care anymore. I don't care anyway. I almost end up knocking the bag, a flit of sudden anger. I manage to stop myself in the nick of time. If I move even an inch, the whole picture will collapse and I'll go blind. It has already happened countless times. What do you mean you'll go blind? I spent months memorizing the location of every item in my room. That's why I can see them so clearly and vividly. You won't get it. Look at your feet. Look down and see the small insect crawling towards me from the bag. It's barely glowing, and it can't even fly. I guess Firefly is really tired. Bend down to pick it up. Firefly starts glowing brightly as soon as I touch it, and it flies up. There you go. There you go, boy. Good job. After doing a victory lap around the room, it flies towards me at high speed, and I shut my eyes anticipating a Firefly to enter my ear. That's exactly what happened. After it gets inside, it buzzes for a little and then goes silent. This one's kind of sad. Wonder why. Doesn't matter. What matters is, it's no longer alone. Sure, let's continue searching. Alright, we're almost there. We're almost there. That's music, that's music, that's music. So we just gotta keep going to the left. The umbrella emanates a faint sense of coolness. No wonder it's the only thing that defends me against the thunderclouds that gather under my ceiling. It's such a blessing that it can do it without my help. Still, a Firefly wouldn't hide in a place like that. It'll catch a cold and able to fly. You don't want to check it? Why? I'm sure I won't find anything in there. Okay, so that one was no point. Is there anything else before I continue going to the left? Nope. Go with the sleeping bag. It's my sleeping bag. It's soft and warm. I'm sure that no living creature would ever be able to resist the temptation to spend a minute or two inside. They'd want to dig deep into it with a couple favorite items, close their eyes, and then... Hey, did you fall asleep? Huh? I gently slap my cheeks and return myself to my senses. It's already way past midnight. Usually I'd be sleeping like a log at this time, but right now I can't. Let's continue searching. Maybe we'll find something inside. Nah, my thoughts don't have a feature of putting me to sleep. Quite the contrary, they always cause insomnia, just like tonight. What? I said searching there is meaningless. I doubt it. All of the compartments are locked. What if? I don't even want to think about what's inside. Who knows what I'll end up imagining. I get close to the waste bin and look inside of it with curiosity. Pill packaging, notebook pages, and other garbage. Boring. There's nothing in there, indeed. No self-respecting Firefly would hide in a heap of garbage. Can disagree with you there. Have I missed anything in the room? I have. Look at the alarm clock. Time continues its unstoppable flow. It's so late. Are you tired? You bet I am. Let out a theatric yawn and hold out my arms to the sides. 1, 2. Then I raise them above my head. 3, 4. Maybe a little workout will help me freshen up. Good idea. Do you remember the exercise you've been taught? I think so. Take a hesitant stance. What was it? Heels together, toes apart? Whatever. I'll go with that. Count down 5 minutes. Fine, you have a clock right in front of you. I can't look at it. I can't look at the hands for too long. At first I feel like they start moving in the wrong direction and then they disappear altogether. And then things always get messy. Last time I saw a pair of eyes on the clock face. Also, I used to hear voices back in the day. They pleaded for help, I think. What a mess, truly mess. It was a mess, right? Mess. Well, are you counting down? My god, finally. What do you mean? I was trying to get through to you for half an hour. Huh? Forget it. Do you see the firefly? No. Let's continue searching then. Come on. Has to be something I'm missing. Because I'm afraid if I click that, then that will just go away forever. Anything at all? Down here in a deep Bushi. Interesting. So turning on any of them will do that. No. Well, I don't think I missed anything, so I guess I'm just gonna have to hit finish searching. You found all the fireflies. Amazing. I guess. I've managed to gather all my thoughts, but something still worries me. On the other hand, I wasn't supposed to be happy anyway. Why not? If I lose something and then I find it, it's just going back and starting to the starting point. No changes at all. A zero sum. And happiness is always about being positive, right? You shouldn't think about it too much. You shouldn't think too much if it hurts you. I want to sleep. How about you get some fresh air before sleeping? What do you mean? Well, go to the balcony and breathe in some air. Somehow those words trigger a panic attack in me. I subconsciously step away from the balcony. I don't think it's a good idea. Why? It may sound silly, but I feel like someone is watching me. There's no way somebody cares about you that much. Just for a couple minutes, okay? Balcony! My apartment building looks like a bottomless cooking pot. But instead of soot, it has hundreds of concrete metal boxes on its walls. There are lights on in the windows. There are muffled voices coming from inside. The howling wind spirals up and splits into hundreds of independent streams. Seems like it wants to be heard by every person living here. It must feel so lonely living in the endless silence. Your apartment building is pretty weird, isn't it? I could see the horizon from my window before, and the building grew for miles in both directions. Guess at some point it circled around and closed on itself. Nothing unusual about that. Wait, isn't that what she always imagined whenever she saw the word, or the letter 0, or the letter O? I was never sure on if that was O or 0. But isn't that what she always imagined? How do you feel? I definitely feel sometimes that's more than enough. Still, you're anxious, aren't you? Of course, moreover, I'm completely terrified. Was it that obvious? You're looking in every direction, but not up. Ah, this. I've already told you, haven't I? About what? Ah, you know, the small stuff. Can small stuff make you terrified? It's hard to explain. I climb up the metal railing and let my legs hang down. I sneak short glances at the abyss from time to time. It replies with an angry, cold breath. That's how we interact, like old friends. Sometimes I feel the whole world pretends to be crazy, as if it's trying to make me believe in something that doesn't exist. It's weird, isn't it? Yes, but the whole time it makes me feel a little bit happy. Everything around me was created for my sake, to deceive, to trick, and confuse me. If that's true, I guess I'm not so crazy myself after all. You believing in this is the definition of craziness. You're probably right. Another gust of wind blasts against my pot's walls, smashing the glass into dust and blowing away with the concrete crust. I, on the other hand, feel a gentle breeze that only ruffles my hair. I still haven't come up with a code word. You were the one who remember. Remember your promise. You don't need a code word anymore. I don't like when this happens. I don't want to remember certain things, only when I want to. Nonetheless, you made a promise, and I'll keep it, but you need to keep in mind that from this moment on, every word will bring me pain. I bend down and imagined falling into the abyss. I have exactly 2 minutes before I meet my end. I had a friend online, my best friend, even though the combination of letters he used instead of his name wasn't that cool. Well, the combination of pixels he had instead of his photo were also kind of boring and unattractive. This is so strange and wrong, breaking the rules of being online. Why was he doing that? Maybe his code was a few lines short. I don't quite get what you mean. I could tell you about those rules. You can't find them anywhere, but I'm smart, so I figured them out myself. Although, I'm not sure if I should divulge them. Why? When I try to say what I think out loud, I tend to make mistakes. If I make just a single one, everything that comes after contradicts my thoughts, and I end up with the opposite position. And I don't want that. According to that logic, it'd be better if you kept your mouth shut forever. Yeah, that's my dream. Keep my mouth shut, never get up from bed, never see or hear anything. Just dream on and on. That's why everything's so terrible. Don't get distracted. So what was about your friend? My friend? Ah, yes. He was brazen enough to... Come on, gather your thoughts. He somehow made me believe he was real. He kept describing someone else's life to me in detail as if it was him. And he expected me to do the same. Then I told him everything about myself, without hiding a single thing. I grit my teeth and wind whips my face without mercy. It slices my skin in uneven stripes, as if it's a piece of thin cloth. He knew more about me than anyone else in the world. You know what he did? Sending an army of bots to harass me was probably fun. And what's more important was, it was a win-win situation. They spawn here and there simple bits of code that are effortless to run. No wonder the algorithm assigns that pattern more often than any others from the list. Text and video game generators get to work at the same time. My name surfaces on the web more and more. It's unbearable. Unbearable. From around every corner, every balcony, every ceiling, attic, wall, I always feel many pairs of watchful eyes directed at me. And now they watch me from their screens, too. But I'll have to put an end to it. I've decided a long time ago. Though maybe I decided that only my body finally crashes into the ground, smashing into millions of tiny pieces like porcelain. It's my second death for today already. I'm cold. Let's go back inside. I returned to my room. Thankfully, it hasn't changed one bit during the minute I was outside. Without a second thought, I go towards my laptop and yank the power cable from the outlet. That's it. That's it? That's it? What are you going to do? What's with the silly question? I'm going to sleep, of course. Hoping that tomorrow will only come after a year or a decade. Imagining myself to be outside of my mortal shell. But at the same time, still being me. Ridiculous like the milk outside of a bag of milk, and yet... And yet, you don't have to talk out loud for me to understand that you're worried about me. I know that already. I also know that our time is running short. You won't take another pill. Of course not. In fact, I won't take it tomorrow either. And the day after tomorrow, never ever. That's, goodbye then? No. I have one more small favor to ask. A really small one. What is it? I've blurted out way too much today. A lot of stuff I'd want to forget forever. I don't blame you, but was it really necessary? You'll see tomorrow. No, I wouldn't be able to sleep like this. Fine, what's the favor? I nervously scratch my wrists and bite my lower lip. Wait a minute. You're afraid to tell me. Yes. I'm also scared that something bad might happen if I tell you. I'm also scared that when something bad happens, something way worse will happen. Stop, I get it already. Still, I won't leave you alone until you tell me. Bully. No, you. Well then. I crawl into my sleeping bag. The lower part of the room is very cold. I hurry up and wrap myself with the blankets, even though the electric heater is working hard to keep me warm. I'm sad because the dreams just won't come anymore. You won't believe me if I tell you how I dealt with it first. Of course I'll believe you. I know, it was a joke. Well, anyway, I washed my face, brushed my teeth, lied down, and started imagining that I'm watching a dream. I didn't sleep at all, of course, and always looked sleepy in the morning. After a week of insomnia, I started feeling weird and seeing things. Letters floating in the air, strange silhouettes that appeared in the most unexpected places, bulging eyes, trembling pale pupils. It was scary, you know? Then one day I almost died. I just collapsed in the middle of the room and couldn't move for a while. And then silhouettes, letters, and eyes were hanging over me, hissing. It was horrible. And well-deserved, I guess. It felt like I was caught in the biggest lie in the world, yet it felt exactly like that. After that, I stopped. But the silhouettes, letters, and eyes stayed there. I guess they liked the place. They always follow me in my wake, peeping at me, and I'm kind of scared of them and can't argue with them. But today, well, still too scared to tell me? Of course they're still listening, you know? Use your hands. Alright. I start chaotically twirling my fingers with enthusiasm, forming complex shapes. You want me to tell you a bedtime story? Shh! And I was trying so hard here. Don't you get it? They'll hear you. Relax, nobody can hear you. So what did you say? I'd be happy to, but I have no idea how to tell them. Oh, it's incredibly easy. Just talk about something without stopping. Sounds silly, but it's not, and meaningless. You don't know what you're talking about. I know enough to realize that we'll end up wasting time. Let's just focus on something that's actually important. Boring! Fine. Close your eyes. You won't get it. You're not even trying. I wake up on a wooden bench. In front of me lies a narrowly, dimly lit alley. An awfully familiar road where could I have seen it? Finally. I hear a voice coming from the side. I turn around and I see a boy with a weird expression on his face. You're late. Who are you? The boy blinks in bewilderment. We're not going anywhere like this. Try again. Then he takes a very deep breath. You are late. I stare at him, confused. He stares back, also confused. Sorry? The boy nods, satisfied. See, much better. Do you have a name? My name's Tresca. I give the brat an evaluating look. He's so young, yet already coming at me with questions like that. None of your business. And besides, will anyone tell me what I'm doing here? Hey, that's rude. It's not like there's somebody else here besides me. Haven't they told you anything? I know all there is to know, for one. About what? You're obligated to escort me to the store. Treska says that and strikes a victory pose. No way I'm doing that. You do understand that refusal is futile. Well, aren't you full of yourself? I'm serious. I'm not the one who decided that. Do you think I'm delighted with your company? He's weird, constantly shifting between happiness, sadness, loudness, and silence. He's a wacko, and his name is stupid. Are we going or what? You can go. I need to think. I'd be happy to, but I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. I'd be happy to, but I don't know the way. Triska pulls out on a cunning smile, and I bite my lower lip in frustration. I'll be honest with you, I don't like you. He simply bursts out laughing in reply. I do like you, though. He then grabs my hand without hesitation. I don't even have time to retort. Lead the way. Our trip to the store went fine, if not for the fact that Treska was walking way faster than me. And on the other hand, at times, he stopped abruptly and we went backwards, studying the ground underneath his feet. In the end, the trip took a lot longer than it should. After reaching the store's doors, we are greeted by a sign. We're closing in 20 minutes. Who had the bright idea to indicate their working hours this way? They probably have a special staff for this, someone who runs to change the sign every 5 minutes. It's convenient. Are you joking? Yeah. You're so annoying. It's much better than being boring. How old are you, by the way? None of your business. Then what's your name? None of your business. I was ready to slap the living hell out of this brat, but a scary-looking man suddenly appeared behind the glass. He's holding a cardboard sign that says we're closing in 15 minutes. Let's go, what are you waiting for? Oh, yeah. After another round, going across the long row of canned products, we realize that we're lost. Can't believe you don't know where they sell milk. Maybe we should ask somebody for directions? Sure. Hey, wait up. Triska let go of my hand and walked confidently towards one of the few store's customers. The person is standing with their back to us, studying something on a shelf. Hello, can I can't hear neither the second part of his question nor the reply he gets, but my good-for-nothing friend freezes in place, looking at the customer straight in the eye. I hurry towards them. Is he yours? The customer talks to me. He speaks with disgust while wearing a scornful expression. If he's yours, please get him away from me. Yes, I'm sorry. I grabbed Treska's hand, leading him away. He's still looking at the customer, mouth ajar, his eyes popped. He's also shaking. Only when we turn around the corner, Treska calms down. What was that? I got scared, he said. What? No, not again. Suddenly, Treska starts screaming like crazy. I cover his mouth with my hand. His face is burning. He's crying. Can you act normal? You don't understand. Of course I don't. I don't understand anything. Annoying other people is still wrong. Though, this is something you don't understand, it seems. You're mean. Who, me? Treska pushes me away and runs off. Drat. At the edge of my vision, I see the store staff hang a new sign on the door. There you are. I meet Treska at the cash register. Before that, I managed to visit the milk department after finding out where it was. Hey, you, move. I hear an angry voice coming from the other side of a long queue that has formed after Treska. I squeeze through towards him. What happened? The boy doesn't respond. He just looks at his feet and sniffs. The cashier towers over him. There's a bag of milk lying between them. Is he yours? Yes. Just leave him home next time. People in the queue nod in agreement. Pay for the goods, please. Yes, of course. And the waiting fee. What? You heard me. I did, but that's unheard of. Triska starts giggling all of a sudden. And for the fact that your son is a retard, too. Whoa! That is the gamer word! You do not use the gamer word! But you heard me. You know what? In a fit of rage, I throw the banknote at the cashier of a much higher value than needed. Even counting in all of the stupid fees, then I grab the bag of milk, turn around on my heels. We're leaving Triska. We spend the whole trip back in silence. At some point, we end up turning right towards the gas station. There's Triska finally breaks the silence. Do you like ice cream? No. Okay. I look at the boy's face. All the light flickers in his eye for a brief moment, then goes out. You know? He turns away from the path and walks straight towards the highway. With determination, I stare at his back, confused. It seems like you're not helping me at all. A new playful light flickers in Triska's eyes. God damn. So she experienced the same thing that she had us go through in the first game. Though that wasn't necessarily... At least it didn't feel like necessarily closure to close out the series, so there might be another one later on. Visuals, ghost funeral. Pretty good visuals, though. Let the credits go by. Let the credits go by. Everybody should give these people some appreciation for the work they did. Short games also are highly required to be praised. Coding is hard. Anyway. Good English translations as well. Anyway, guys, that was milk outside of a bag of milk outside of a bag of milk. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. No, I enjoyed the game. Hope to see you in the next one. Later.